Hello, welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. We're going to talk about the remaining cast members of season 10. Can you believe this show has been going on for 10 seasons? And it's not just OG 90 Day Fiancé. It is all their spin-offs, Pillow Talk, Before the 90 Days, The Other Way, Happily Ever After, 90 Day Diaries. There's just so much. I really don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I don't have enough time to cover every single show that they have. And I feel like they're just going to keep creating more. But anyway, let's talk about the brand new faces we have this season. Woo! We're obsessed with TLC and all the trashy reality TV. It's a recap. It's a recap. It's a recap. I always get so excited to meet brand new people and to know about their backgrounds and their relationships and if they're going to be a hit or a miss or a dumpster fire or a sweet romantic love story. So let's meet everybody we have on season 10. At first glance, I felt like we could possibly have Jabri and Miona 2.0, another Miss Debbie and Oshama, and possibly another Devin and Jihoon. Now, the very first scene takes place in Rochester, New York. And you know what's crazy about that? I literally just got back from Rochester, New York, and I turned on the show. I was super tired, but it was a season 10 premiere. And I was like, you know what? I just had this long ass drive from Rochester, but I'm still going to watch the show. I turned it on and boom, the very first scene is from the place I just got back from. So this is fate. This is meant to be. I don't know where I was going with that. So anyway, we meet Ashley, who's 32 years old from Rochester, New York, and she's a witch.
I'm a tarot reader. I'm an astrologer. I specialize in shadow work. I think people are still very much afraid of the word witch because we've been conditioned to believe that a witch is somebody with like a crooked nose looking into their crystal ball, throwing hexes on people. That's not anything that I do.
One day she was talking to the Earth, Sun, and Moon, and they told her, you need to go to Ecuador. So she goes with her I think it was her biology class. I don't remember, but she goes with her class. And that's where she met Manuel, who is 35 years old. He's a construction worker in Ecuador, and they've been together for 10 whole years. Damn. And he's finally coming to America. Now, she's a little nervous because he's Catholic and she's a witch, and he's never really seen her do her witchery, craftedy things. She's like, I really hope this doesn't scare him. One day, she joins her friends for drinks, and her friends are all like, so why hasn't Manuel told his mom yet about moving to America to be with you? And she's like, I don't know. And they're like, does he know the extent of your witchiness? And she's like, well, I kind of told him I talk with the sun, moon, and earth and the spirits, and I do magic potions and hocus pocus stuff, but I guess he'll find out when he comes. So basically the day has come where he's arriving to Rochester, but she hasn't heard from him like all day.
I sent him a message 2 hours ago and he still hasn't gotten it. So yeah.
And the last time she heard from him, he was on his flight to, oh God, I don't remember. And I didn't write it down. Was it Miami? Or I don't know, somewhere. I think she got confirmation that he landed in America, but then she hasn't heard from him since. And now she's worried. So she heads to the airport. And on her way there, she has a full-blown panic attack. Poor girl. I felt bad for her because I was like, oh, we've been there, right? For people who have had panic attacks, you know that you literally feel like you're having a heart attack and you're going to die and you don't know what's happening to you. You can't breathe. So I felt really bad for her. And that's pretty much where her scene ends. Let's move on to Sophie and Rob. So this is 23-year-old Sophie from London, England. Okay, I can't do that accent. She's a social media influencer, bleh, and her family is super wealthy.
For work, I do fashion modeling and content creating, just like social media things. My family is wealthy. Basically my granddad's like a really hardworking man.
She doesn't know what her grandfather does. All she knows is he makes it rain, honey. And she's lived in big houses, mansions, went to private schools, and traveled the world. Growing up, though, was very tough for her because she's mixed race, she's half black and half white, and she experienced a lot of bullying.
I went through a lot of difficult things. I'm still thankful for them because those experiences led me to the person I am today.
When they showed younger pictures of her, I was like, whoa, you look so different. Oh my God, the blonde. I don't know what it is. I guess it's like when people change their hair color, like from black to blonde, they look so different. So Sophie is dating Rob, who is 32 years old, and he lives in LA, and his job is not really known. He just does odd jobs here and there. He has a very good-looking face, so he's able to use that to make some money, I guess. And Rob knows that he's a very good-looking guy.
I feel like I'm a good-looking guy, so people can kiss my ass on me being shallow and wanting a good-looking girl, but I'm gonna keep it real. I wanted a fine-ass woman.
So Sophie and Rob met on social media. And he was like, ooh, she looks too good to be true. I need to know if she, one, either looks like that, or two, she's catfishing me. So what does he do? He FaceTimes her right away. Like as soon as they message each other and they say hi, he's like, let me FaceTime you. And she was super shocked. She was like, oh my God, is this an American thing? Why are you FaceTiming me so quickly? Tyree, you hear that? So they get on FaceTime. They confirm that the other person looks like their pictures. And they become this super hot Instagram-y couple. Yay. Now, Sophie's coming to America, and Rob is a little worried about how she's going to deal with not having a maid or a private chef and not living in a luxury apartment, because Rob has none of that. And you know what else he doesn't have? A bathroom in his apartment. Okay, I don't even know how that's possible. He lives in a studio apartment, but doesn't have a bathroom. It's like it kind of sounded like a hostel where you live in a big dormitory and you each have your own room and then you have to like share a bathroom. That's his living situation. And don't worry, she knows all of this. She is aware, he has told her, he has been honest, which is quite impressive because we know a lot of men on the show lie. Actually, women too. I just thought of Danielle. They lie. So yeah, I'll give Rob that. He actually told her what to expect and she knows everything coming into America. So before she leaves, she FaceTimes her mom. And for a split second, I thought that was Molly. Like Molly and Kelly. She kind of looks like if Molly and Kyle Richards had a baby. But anyway, Sophie's mom and Rob do not get along. Her mom thinks he's a dumb, lazy piece of poo. Now back in LA, Rob and his friend meet at a dance studio and he's trying to come up with this dance so that he can use it for his proposal to Sophie. The friend apparently does not trust Sophie because he saw her on a dating app, Bumble. But then Sophie's excuse was she was using it just to make friends in America, to meet new people, but the friend doesn't believe it. Now, let me tell you, Bumble BFF is a real thing. You can actually go on Bumble to meet friends, like platonic friends. It's like a whole separate It's not a separate app, but it's a separate section of the Bumble app. And you just have to like toggle on and off or something like that. I haven't used it in a while. But yeah, you have a friend's profile and then you have a dating profile. So I don't know, Sophie could have been telling the truth, but the friend is very skeptical and he just doesn't believe it. Now back in London, Sophie's meeting with her friend and they're talking about how Rob was caught sending schmexual videos of himself to other women. So what the hell? Why are you still with him? If I found out that my boyfriend was sending smexual videos of himself to other women, that is done. That is over. I don't care if you're like, oh my God, it was just my one-time mistake. Please, no. No. And Sophie's so young. Why does she want to get married already? I just don't get it. Well, guess what? Sophie has her own secret that she's keeping from Rob.
I'm bisexual. And like, did you know that?
No, I would have never even.
Did you expect it?
No, not at all.
And she's actually curious. Has she dated women? I can't remember what she said, but she's never went all the way with a woman. And she's curious about that because she doesn't want to marry Rob and think, what if? Like, what if it's better on the other side? Like, how will I know if I've never gone all the way with a woman? But he doesn't know that she is bisexual, and I'm going to assume that she's going to tell him, and I'm going to assume that he's not going to be okay with it. Next, we have Nikki. She is 47 years old from Hoboken, New Jersey. She does hair and makeup. She's also a beauty consultant. and a recording artist. Wow, that's a lot. I saw her on Instagram. She has over 1 million followers, so she's already Insta famous. Now, according to her, she's a beauty consultant for people who want to do plastic surgery because she's very knowledgeable, as she has done everything herself, like her nose, her lips, her jaw, chin, cheeks, boobs. She's even had her eye color surgically changed. That is so crazy. I actually looked it up, and that is something I would be way too scared to do because I don't want to be blind. I wouldn't even do LASIK. And I know LASIK has changed people's lives. Like the thought of never having to wear glasses or contacts is like a dream come true. But by a certain age, you have to wear glasses and you can't do LASIK anymore. So eventually you'll probably have amazing, perfect vision for 20 years and then you'll have to wear glasses or contacts. LASIK isn't permanent. Also, there are horror stories with LASIK. So I will just stay away. I will keep my contacts in. I just find it crazy that you could wear colored contacts, but she went under the knife to get it colored, like her iris tattooed. That's crazy. Her fiance is Justin. How old is he? I think they said he was 35, and he's a personal trainer from Moldova. But before Justin, she was in love with a Russian man who committed a crime.
I was in love with a Russian guy. We met at a nightclub in New York City. He was the love of my life. We were supposed to get married. It's just that he was a bad boy, and he would get into trouble and he committed a crime that he couldn't get away from and was deported from the United States.
So she actually went there to meet her Russian lover, but it was supposed to be a surprise, except she was the one who was surprised because she found out that he was living with his girlfriend. So they broke up, and then she just happened to meet her current boyfriend, Justin, there. But his name isn't even Justin. His name is Igor, but she didn't like that name, so she just renamed him Justin, because apparently at the time he looked like Justin Timberlake. No, he didn't, sis. So clearly Nikki is blind also. Now, I just want to note, Justin looks like a child, because he was. Yeah, I understand he was. When they showed pictures of them together, like from years ago, the first time they met, wow, she looks like his mother, and he looks so young. He looks like a teenager, even though he was like probably 23, but he just looks so young. He looked like he was going through puberty, but now he is hot. But in some angles, and especially when he wears sunglasses, he looks just like Georgie. I feel like they could be another version of Darcy and Georgie, because Nikki actually kind of looks like Darcy when Darcy puts like those crazy Snapchat filters on. Anyway, Justin has actually been in America before with Nikki, but things didn't work out because he was apparently a lazy piece of shit who sat on his ass all day and they fought all the time. And because they were fighting all the time and Nikki got fed up one day, she was like, guess what, Justin? I used to be a man. And that really shook his world. He was so shocked. He felt so betrayed. He had no idea. He felt like he was lied to, which he was. I feel like that's so messed up, by the way. You can't just never tell your partner, your fiance, your lover, I am 100% straight, right? And if I were in love with a man and then one day he told me he used to be a woman, honestly, I don't know. I've never been in that situation, but I don't think it would. It would just be the fact that you hid that from me. But then again, how long did you hide that from me? Like, was it a month or was it a year? Context matters, but apparently it shook Justin. He freaked out and he left. That's when they broke up, and many, many, many years later, they got back together, and here we are today. Oh my God, he looks so much like Georgie. So they're chatting on FaceTime and he tells her he loves when she wears less makeup and he wants her to be that way when she's in Moldova. Now, Nikki thinks he's being super insecure about everybody finding out that she's trans because apparently in Moldova it is not okay and it is not accepted. One thing she's super excited about is making love all the time. Apparently, before he found out she was trans, they were doing it all the damn time. But after he found out, it decreased significantly.
We used to have lots of sex. 15 years forward, I'm just like, what changed?
And I feel like one of their major storylines is gonna be about their sexual compatibility. And has his attraction for her changed since he found out that she was born a man?
I understand, like, the whole trans thing probably bothers her. But I mean, like, I'm supposed to be your fiance, like, you're like your future wife, and you're not even like 100% in bed, like fully connected to me.
So yeah, that is some of the cast for the new season. I think we only met half of the couples, and I'm so excited to meet the other half, especially the guy who has 18 animals and his mom in the closet. Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to that one. Well, let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!